Everyone, David Zackos, broker and owner, Zackos Realty and Design. You may be looking to be traveling down here coming this fall. A lot of people head south in October. I need wait till November, December. And of course, we see a big influx of people January, February, and March. I wanted to share in this video an update on the Venice beaches. I moved down here in 1982, so long ago now. I went to college for law enforcement, Northwestern Michigan and Michigan State, and then I moved down to get a job with the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office shortly after that. And then a little time later, I transferred to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Living down here for so many years, storms were always a common thing that happened over the years. As a deputy, it was common to be called into work. The wife had to pack the kids up, head out of town, or at least batten down the hatches before I left for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. This last year, of course, we saw a number of storms go up our coast, and we had some damage here in Venice at the Venice Island beaches. So let me give you an update. It's a 1 year later. What's going on now? Let's start at the very north end of the island, where we have South Jetty and Humphris Park. These are still closed. You cannot have access to either one of these parks or access to the beach. It's going to take probably another year and a half or so before the Army Corps of Engineers gets in. The latest I was reading is it has to be reshored up. It's an extensive project, so it's going to take some time. It's on their radar, but it's not going to take place anytime soon. But as a result, there are on the island a total, it depends on how you count them, 9 or 10 different beaches. All the other beaches are open and have been open for months. So let's move south from there. You have Chauncy Howard Park. This is open. This is the most northern park beach that's open on Venice Island. This is a favorite beach access for everybody that lives on the north part of the island. You can easily walk down and get to the beach. It's not very big access, but it's public access close to Venice, just north of Venice Main Beach. Just south of there, of course, is Venice Main Beach. This has been open. It's been open for many months. Everything's back to normal here. The only really difference you notice with this, maybe from before the storm and after, is the amount of sand that's up on the beach. But Venice Public Beach is fully open, and it's been open for many months all this year, really. One thing I want to just share, a lot of people come to Venice because of the historic downtown. They love the shops, the dining. Maybe they don't even take a walk or a stroll or drive out to Venice Beach. But there's a unique characteristic of Venice, which is this linear park called Heritage Park. It runs from historic Venice down to the beach. It's only a little over a half a mile. I encourage everybody that comes to Venice to take the time to walk this park. It's just amazing. From the old history, it talks about the history of Venice and from years gone by. There's so many historic homes on the south side of the park. I'm just absolutely amazed. Some people have done a phenomenal job of revitalizing them, restoring them, and you just don't see houses like that typically on our coast from the 1920s. Going south from Venice Main Public Beach, there's Golden Beach. Now, this is a private beach. I'm not going to spend any time talking about this. This beach is located within the Golden Beach neighborhood. It's only available to the residents of Golden Beach. Moving south from there, you have Service Club Beach. This is a favorite beach for many of my clients. They love the fact that they can go there, they can get out to the beach without actually having to get in the sand. There's a nice boardwalk that runs from the parking lot all the way down to the sand. And along the way, you have 5 or 6 different covered roofed picnic tables. It's a great place to go catch a sunset. It's a great place to go have dinner. It's a great place to grab your coffee in the morning. It's just a beautiful park. Service Club Beach, fully open. Moving south from there, you've got Venice Fishing Pier, and you've got 2 beaches north and south of there, and these are fully open. Of course, the restaurants are open. Sharky's got hit pretty hard back when the storms came through, but the restaurants are open. It's really a lot to do there. You could actually, if you're from out of town and you want to spend 3 or 4 or 5 hours along this corridor, you can catch Sharky's lunch if you get there. A nice fishing pier to walk out and just kind of check out what's going on there. North and south, again, we have 2 different park beaches. The south side, there's lots of walking trails. There's a covered pavilion. So there's lots of shade. There's a gift shop there. And then, one thing you want to do if you come to Venice is catch a sunset. If you love to eat along the water, there's not that too many places up and down the coast there. The next park beach south is Venice Paw Park, Brohard Dog Beach as it's called. If you have a pet dog and you want to access, it's really the only official dog beach in all of Sarasota County. So a lot of people make the trip down, have their dogs run and play in the sand and the surf. And it's really a kind of a neat thing. I went there with my brother when he brought his dog down. Just interacting with the other dogs. It's a neat little spot. All right, let's move south from there. South Brohard Park is open. There's a parking lot there. This is the southernmost part of Venice Island that you can get to by car. Before Caspersen was closed, you could drive all the way deep into Caspersen, but you can no longer do that. So if you come to enjoy the beach on the south side of the island, South Brohard Park, it's really nice because it's miles and miles of sand. There's no residential homes in this area. It's really just wide open nature, miles and miles of beaches. We like to go there, park there, and enjoy that beach. Just south of South Brohard Park is Caspersen Beach. It is open by foot or by bicycle, but you cannot access it by car. So what a lot of people do that like to still go to Caspersen is park at this parking lot, and then they'll walk themselves down. You'll see a lot of little buggies people unpack out of their cars, and they'll take the trek down a half mile or a mile to Caspersen to find themselves. Caspersen is known for a couple different things. It's known, of course, for shark toothing, so you'll see a lot of people there. It's also known for walking because it's probably 2 miles of beach where you can walk there and back. It's also a local favorite for people that like to bicycle. You can access Caspersen Beach from the south side by bicycle only or by walking the Venetian Waterway Trail. Something people may not know about Caspersen, that it's actually not within the city of Venice. It's the very southern tip of Venice Island, but it's actually governed by Sarasota County. So the park is closed to vehicles. You can access it by foot or by bicycle, both from the north and the south. It's really easier to access it by bicycle. I'm going to share an interesting story about Caspersen Beach. In addition to it being a very popular beach for looking for shark's teeth, it's got a lot of nature associated with it. Deep within the park, there's trails where you can walk or bicycle. You can launch a kayak. There's a playground. There's a large parking lot, overflow parking. Back in the day when I was a deputy, my first assignment with the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office was South Parks deputy. So that meant I got to patrol Caspersen Beach, Lemon Bay Preserve, Banasota Beach, Blind Pass Beach, all the parks located within Sarasota County and the south side of the county, basically from Osprey South. I love the outdoors. It was the perfect job for me. They gave us 4x4s, blazers, and said, go out and patrol the park. So it was kind of a neat thing to do. Caspersen used to be known for a party place for the teen and young adults back then. But in the slow days, we used to be out just patrolling the parks. I can tell you there's a time or two my sergeant never heard about where one of us were pulling out the other. We're getting stuck in the sand. We wanted to see what that 4x4 could really do. Caspersen slows the vehicle traffic, but it's still fully open. Enjoy it when you come down. You can access it again by that parking lot at the very south end of Broward Park. But I just kind of wanted to let you know that that fills up quickly. And I have seen City of Venice out there writing parking tickets. So take that into consideration. You can park a little bit north of there, just north of the Dog Beach. There's a large parking lot and some people will access. You're going to have to just walk about a half mile to get to Caspersen Beach. Caspersen Beach is a favorite for 2 different reasons for our family. My wife loves the shark's tooth, just walk the beach and take her time and looks for shark's teeth and relax and peaceful. Again, you don't see any houses. It's the very southern part of the island. It's very isolated. I like to go off and walk the trails, walk the park, occasionally ride my bike through the park and access it that way. It's just kind of remote and something you don't really find on the rest of the part of the island. I hope you enjoyed this quick update. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Again, all the beaches are open on Venice Island except for the 2 north, which is Humphris Park Beach and then the South Jetty. Everything else is open. If you have any questions about any of the beaches, any of the neighborhoods that have access to the beaches on Venice Island or Venice or Sarasota County, Manatee County, Charlotte County, feel free to reach out. Be happy to answer those questions. I thank you for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. All right, take care.